What's up, guys? Live here at Pro Play Games with sponsored 18 player, the legendary Travis Smith. He's going to give you a rundown of what happened today, what he played, how his day went. So yeah, start it off wherever you want.
Well, I'm gonna just sum up like most of what I felt. The second place guy's deck, I believe, to me was like the best deck in the room. He played like all hand traps, which I wasn't gonna do. I was gonna main flying C, but I got peer pressured by mostly Kamal about diagram and how flying C never sticks on your opponent's on the field. But you can't think like that in the format where like you get fusion subbed and you just instantly lose. So I just wish I made more hand traps. I really like card for card. A lot of people can vouch for me that like I had the second place guy's deck profile card for card, except for the third. The Dark Hole was the third Gamma Seal.
I think we have your deck profile from the Pittsburgh sponsorship tournament.
It's kind of
a lot of people were referring the similarities already, so you guys could actually go back and see that Travis was playing something extremely similar to that.
Yeah.
He started the whole no traps.
I just wish I'm gonna stop here listening to other people and just go on my own instincts. Like it's kind of ridiculous that I get peer pressured so easily.
All right, let's
That's
check
my
it
bad.
out.
Yeah, so 3 Gamma Seal, I was barring. There's no reason to me not to play 3 Gamma Seal. It was insane. It's an out to Dryden, out to Masterpiece, and it's just I never hate this card. I used to hate it, but in our format right now, I love this card, so no complaints. Staple. I kind of hate this engine sometimes because like in this format when you can't afford to draw Talkenborg and you can't afford to sometimes draw two Terratops when they have a tank, when they tanky, because you can't run over the Dryden, so it's really annoying sometimes. This gave me some issues in this tournament. 1 Ram, 2 Rats, 3 Whiptail, 2 Thoroughs was my engine. If I could go back, I would only play 2 Whiptails. This card is kind of ass. I would play 2 Rams. It has a lot of synergy with Dryden. It just makes it so like Dryden defense is really unkillable. Thoroughblade was awesome. It fixes hands. I'm never cutting it down from 2, even though Ghost Ogre is a card. A lot of recovery cards anyway, so Ghost Ogre is not a big issue. So yeah, it was a Zoo engine. It was pretty standard. Luna Light, you have to play this format. It's not like last format. You have to. Whole room is Luna Lighting. I'm pretty sure Norton's gonna get banned in an adjusted list. There's no reason for there not to be an adjusted list. Maxi, every time I do this, I won. Everything get negated.
You would assume you'd have like the highest rarity of this, signed or something, as much as you love the card.
I know, it's everyone likes super rare is the most drawable. Yeah. Maxi is like no one plays ultra rare Maxi. This guy is wild.
This guy's wild.
Ghost Ogre to me is the best all-around hand trap. It gets rid of stuff instead of like maintaining it on board, which Ghost Stats does sometimes. So I'm more of a fan of Ghost Ogre than Ghost Dash's format. Like this card is as good as draw cards are. How many draw cards this format? 3 Drolls, which was insane this weekend. I think this card's like barrier. Like it just stops your whole turn. So this card is real. Whoever says otherwise is not playing Yu-Gi-Oh correctly.
You think the card's gonna get a little bit worse now that everybody like can play around it? Because I saw specifically, I think Dale versus Jeff in Top Cut. Jeff like played around Drone Lock and then.
You really like. This card sucks in like reality. Droll is you're never gonna get advantage out of Droll. You just freeze the turn, and in a format like we have right now, like where you're getting OD'd on by the fusion sub combo. You need this card. Like it sucks. You just like it's just needed if you really think about it. This card literally freezes the turn and just ends with Dryden. If your deck can't handle a Dryden, then sometimes you can't. But if you handle the Dryden, then you should be fine. Brigeki, which was really bad. I don't think I would have kept it in there. I think I would just have a Chalice instead, another Chalice. But it was all right. Fusion sub, 1 was fine. I never needed 2. Every time I fusion sub, I won. There was not a game I fusion sub and lost. 2 instant for recovery. I like 2 instants. Chalice was this awesome card. I never have complaints about Chalice. Staple, and these cards were kind of really bad. Trap suck to me this format. like to me, like the second place guy's deck was perfect. You know, he lost in the finals due to some unfortunate events, like really unfortunate events in my eyes. So, like game 1, he Furman did barrage. He didn't have an out to the barrage. He plays like 13 hand traps, and then game 2 he got max heat. So it was a little quick 2-0, but that's Yu-Gi-Oh. But traps are to me are horrible for me. Hand traps are just always gonna be better. Extra deck, very standard, 3 Rabu, good for grinds. These are obviously good at 1. 2 Tridents, wish I could have taken out a Tiger Mortar probably because it's 3rd Trident, but not a big deal. 2 Daigusto, staple, 1 Leica. People like 2, I think 1's fine. It's not gonna really change your performance. These are all staples. If you're not playing Totem, I don't know. Sick. Should have been 3 Retaliating. This card is the best hand trap against Fusion Sub combo, period. There's no other hand trap other than Flying C near this. 3 Flying C. This card was amazing this weekend. Should have been in my main. I lost to a lot of good players to this card. I lost to this guy named BB, who I think got 4th place. We had a really good match. Game 4, I think it was triple Flying Seed me.
What?
And yeah, it was a crazy game 3, but it sucks. Sadly, sometimes you just lose this card, and it's like a balanced max C. You can get rid of it. It freezes the turn, and you don't gain card. Your opponent doesn't gain cards out of it, so it's kind of. I feel like it's balanced, but it is obnoxious sometimes to lose that card. 2 Twins, amazing. Even though I was supposed to finish X1 day 1 because I game 3 I maxi in the mirror against some guy at top, and he ends up setting 2, and I'm like, I have this. I maxied him. I have an out to the Trident. I Twin Twister. He Starlight Rose me. So that's how my day 1 ended.
Starlight Road, guys. You heard it here first. This guy threw it back a few years.
And I literally got my YCS top stolen by a Starlight Road, but whatever. I'm used to stupid stuff happening.
Insane.
These are just good. 1 Dark Hole's enough. You don't need 2, and then another Chalice. This card is shit. I think Magic Deflect is better. Never probably putting this.
Oh, I was just talking about Magic Deflect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like an amazing card. Just pass their turn.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't affect you like the next turn, and you don't have to worry about dying. This card's subpar. 2 Dimensional Bears card was horrible this weekend. Like, it did nothing. I drew mediocre, and I'm setting barriers. If there were strike and a warning, if it was a strike and a warning, would have been insane. I probably would have won 4 games. That is not, to me, the barriers format is not needed at all. It is a bad card. Staple, card's broken, and then I put 2 DDGs because I played against some dinos, and it did work. If I could go back, probably would have played DDGs because dinos isn't played right now. Probably the macro as well, and I would just put probably Cosmic Cyclones. I have no idea. Oh, and there's a Cosmic Cyclone in the main deck. I just was borrowing it as well.
Oh, okay.
1 random Cosmic. But yeah, I would decide probably Cosmic Cyclones.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think right when I saw the 2nd place guy's deck profile, I understood. I mean, I think I was correct on the format. I just got peer pressured, and it's my bad, and no one else to blame but myself.
All right, man. Well, thank you for doing that Zach profile tournament analysis. I know you're feeling kind of sick after the whole trip.
Yeah, it was really
hopefully
bad.
you feel better, get some rest. See you at either Virginia or Nationals, and congrats. You've been doing really solid, man.
All right, peace.